CPI today. That is a massive market moving news event typically, and it was today as well. I actually took a few trades on the overnight session, a loser, a big winner, and another loser into the market open, and then took several trades during the actual trading hours as well. And we're gonna go ahead and recap all of those. If you haven't, make sure you press the subscribe button on this recap channel. And if you didn't know, you can actually watch these things happen live on my live stream, which happens at market open every day on my main channel, Trades by Matt. So go subscribe over there as well. Let's go ahead and dive into the recap. Hope you enjoy. Yo, good morning. I got a trade open. I trade CPI. I took a couple trades actually. This is my third trade. I'm short off the 60s level. I'm down 20 points. I'm just letting it play in the 80s right now. And then I'm probably not going to hold this through the open necessarily. Trying to decide. Delta doesn't look fantastic, so I'm gonna play by ear. I got short 70. So I took two different trades. I got stopped out on one for 30 points. Start the morning or start the night. I took the value area high trade, got stopped out. Then I took a 17-13 trade into CPI. All of that's just playing off of this daily chart, looking for a retest here. The 17-15 play was off of this level. We ended up floating it just a little bit, but was off of this level here for a rotation back into this wick, into the 80s, which we got close to, but never quite got. So yeah, I'm up a few schmeckles right now, and down 20 points though, still up 1,300 bucks, and we'll see kind of what happens. I wanted to see a rotation back into the lows to clean up some of this down here, but we might just end up floating it all the way because that's how CPI goes sometimes. So we'll see. But overall, very solid little overnight session. Overall though, does feel a little pushy. A lot of times you retrace the CPI event, right? So that would be implied move into the 30s, 40s, 50s, maybe potentially. But sometimes it doesn't happen that way. So we'll see. I got short at the 60s. I liked the level from the previous rejections. The tilt was also like 85 or something, 83 maybe, which is why I got short. We ended up running these wicks, of course, on the one that I got short on, but Delta's just not looking fantastic. So I think I'm gonna hold it in. We got 2 seconds here, figure out what happens, because we got the 17K test here, which is about to happen. Did get a little bit of buyers. We got volume right at 17K. We're just gonna run it all the way back. Let's see. Looks a little grindy. News for the rest of the session. We got a bill auction at 10:30, nat gas, and a few talkers. Bond auction at noon. There's VWAP. Little 30-point slap. See if we hold VWAP or not. Hard close through VWAP. I'm definitely keeping this trade open. If it does not hard close through VWAP, then I will be killing the trade. Hanging out in the 80s right now. Basically a 20 to 80 rotation, 40 points, give or take. Back to 17K. Ate up off VWAP. Currently in the middle of the range. And point of control volume. $30 seconds left on the open. There's the 80 to 20 rotation right back up. I'm gonna go kill this. I gave back a lot just then, obviously. No shit, Matt. I gave back a lot. Still green. So, fine. I really thought we were gonna crack VWAP there. I thought we were rotating over the whole time. Whole time. Words are hard. Tilt is at 80% long. But They're going to boost it all the way at 30s, 50s, probably. I mean, I was talking about the retrace CPI right before the open, 30, 40 points lower, right? So kind of annoying from a, you know, up 1,600 bucks and now up 300 bucks. Still green. Still more green than I woke up, right? But kind of annoying. All right, on to the next. 79% long on the ES, 72% long on the Nasdaq, 65% long on crude oil. I mean, that was a 50-point rip in like, what, 2 minutes, a minute? It's all good though. Volatility is good, man. Lots of opportunities. Lots of opportunities. I mean, that's a 40-point move in 3 minutes. It's not bad. We're getting a lot of movement still. So just prepare, be patient, play it accordingly, right? It's good. It's just, it's a lot of movement. It's 50-point move now, right? Almost a 60-point move. I mean, from the 60s, it's a 80-point move in 5 minutes. Play it accordingly, right? And we're coming in for that daily wick test here. 72-ish. Yesterday's pointing control as well. All right, I'm long at 68. I never got that other order moved out and it filled me from there. So that's kind of sick. Off of the daily wick test. Want to be pretty tight on it though, because it is, I mean, we're obviously selling off fairly hard. It's a 100-point move in the last 6 minutes or so. We still got some size below here. Kind of potentially egging us on. Oh, Ligma's trying to form here. Here's a full value area rotation. That's what we were talking about when we were saying like it needs to hold here, and if not, we probably rotate. That's the rotation. That is the rotation. That's a quick 20 points. Everything is quick. A30s, next spot. Look where we are. A30s. 30 points. 31. Had hedge breaks across the board on the NAS, ES, etc. These are 20-point spreads on this 1 minute chart, and it's still too tight to like put it all on the screen. It's crazy. It's a lot. We've already moved. The 150 points from the highs here was the exact same move that we needed to get to all-time highs. We just did it to the downside. Yeah, Delta's pretty interesting here at yesterday's value area low. Yesterday's pointing control as well. It's new lows. That's a Ligma. Ran the lows by point. Currently. Looks like it's probably going to sweep it again. But that is a Ligma. On days where volatility is this high, I just like to open it up a little bit more, but obviously it comes with a cost, right? It's really hard for me to be spot on for like true scalps when you're moving 60 to 100 points every couple minutes, you know? But I might just have to not work with it. If we get into the 20s, I'm going to kill this and probably call it a session, because I would have gone green to red, but it's just yeah, it's just hard, period. I want to see us trade this prior open and see what happens, but I'm not willing to give it much more than that. I mean, it's another 40. This is a 40-point move. That's 40 points. That's crazy. That's the retest there. Retest of the prior open, magical 20s, etc. And that is just crazy. That's a 40-point move because it's, you got to like really zoom out on everything. %72% short on the Nas. Little doji hammer on the 1 minute. Delta still ligmaing. If we do push up, I'll be watching for 900, 920. Both of those are areas of interest to me. 920, even 940, back to value area high. If we reclaim yesterday's value area low, then reclaiming yesterday's value area high seems very much on the table as well, which would be like 950 into volume as well. 100 points up. All of those are definitely interesting spots. Ligmaing, yeah. Huh? It's a fun term. Didn't you go short? No, I did not get short. I got long. I was short at the beginning of the day. You can see my stop out near the highs of the day. Hanging out at psych level and yesterday's value area low, 50, yesterday's value area low, yesterday's pointing control, all that stuff right around here. 64% long now on the Nas. Don't love that. I don't like that people are kind of flipping long on the tilt. Could be getting another one of these sort of situations happening. Candle close in 30 seconds. We'll see how we close. It's just been terrible so far. Vibes are definitely down. All red day so far. Damn, Nazi. Sorry to hear that, man. It sucks. Something that sometimes helps me when I get in that mentality, because then it kind of almost becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy too. To be honest, you're like, every day's red, and then you wake up and you're like, oh my god, every day's been red. It's like, get one base hit. You know what I mean? Get a base hit, call it a full day, just to break that cycle. You know what I mean? This type of setup to me is kind of the type of one that goes sideways, chops like 20-30 points around magical 20s to value area low, and then does that for like 15 minutes and then moves like crazy. Hello, volume. And we got pointing control down at the 40s. Right here. Right at the lows of the day. Bro, I ran through 60 evals yesterday. Wow. That's impressive, dude. I'm assuming you're copying counts or something. Wow. Might be a good time to, like, you know, go do some yoga or some shit. Why not 61? Yeah, rookie number. Those are rookie numbers. What's the Wolf of Wall Street? Pump those numbers up or something like that? Like three, four times maybe.
I'm gonna pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Look, we're just chopping 50. Value area low. Volume's kind of moving between 50 and 40. Buyers look good, all things considered. 65% long in the NAS, 69% long in the ES. We need to pop that prior high. There we go. Pop the prior high. Buyers still look good. Just wanted to watch how buyers were doing as we pop that prior high, you know, and coming into yesterday's point of control. We hold above yesterday, or the prior high. We hold above that. Kind of would make sense to rotate 880. To pop 880, it's so overnight lows next. After that, it's 920, and then VWAP 950, and value area high from yesterday, which is really what I'm watching after we're kind of reclaiming. Like, we got volume right at yesterday's value area low as well, with buyers looking good. It's an interesting spot, right? So it's like, to me, this is kind of the play. You look for the red to green rotation. Yesterday's value area low to yesterday's value area high. We'll see. Is yogurt and egg still the breakfast of champions? Is a bear still shit in the woods? Yo, make sure if you're watching, you press the thumbs up button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet subscribed. Here's the magical 80s as well as the overnight lows coming into play. We'll have a wick test as soon as this next candle closes. As this candle closes in 10 seconds, we'll have the wick test and retrace of 60 definitely on the table. Just passed another 50K and up 400 on both XFAs. Done for the day. GG's, Nate. Shout out to GG for Nate. There's the wick test, everybody. The beautiful indicator outlined it for us as well at 60 or 59.75 or whatever that is. But to me, this just looks runny. I mean, the buyers look good. So buyers will look good for a while. When the buyers look good, we rock and roll. But I like the retrace as well. I'm just, I personally, with my entry being right around it, I'm not going to, I personally am not going to kill this trade looking to rebuy the wick test entry just because sometimes it doesn't work out. If it works out, that's sick. But sometimes it doesn't get all the way down there for the 60 retrace, you know what I mean? And then I would miss the move if the move happens. Yeah, rejected the overnight low. That's right. Yep. Good spot. I mean, it makes total sense to reject that for the first test, right? Makes a lot of sense on the first test. So now we just need to rip through it on this next test, get above 900, and then rotate that 920, 940 VWAP. Value area high areas, which would look great. One of those small lines above and below the candle. It's an indicator for the wick test. As seen here. You go up, you retrace it, get your green line, take profit. This one didn't fill out. And this one, I don't think this one fills out either, to be honest. I had a feeling. It's just too much strength. A lot of times when it's this strong, it just doesn't do it really. All right, I'm up 25 points right now. We're trading 900. Looking for more. Still looking for the full rotation. Value area low to value area high, basically. 920 at a also a target perspective. 900, 920, 950. 3 areas that I care about right now. As long as we can hold and stay above the overnight lows. Very important. If the 5-minute doji's out or hammers out like this, then it's probably like a dunzo deal. Matt, what do you recommend for people that overtrade? Well, it sounds like you've already established that you overtrade. That's step 1. Know your problem. Step 2 is fix your problem, right? Remove yourself from the environment that's causing the problem. In this case, close your screen down, go outside, physically get away from your computer. The other thing that helped me a lot was knowing my data, right? If you track your trades, you journal your trades, you get some like input it all into Excel or whatever, you can typically see when the time of day that you start overtrading, or the number that you start overtrading, or the P&L where you start overtrading. There's all different types of data sets that can help you there. The biggest answer though is just touch grass, right? Get outside. Kern's right. First time we're seeing a little bit of sellers here. Off the rejection of the overnight lows and getting close to 900. Got 40 seconds left on this candle. Let's kind of see how we close out. Should be pretty telling. Kind of rejecting the 80s so far. I mean, it was a 20 to 80 rotation. So magical 20s, magical 80s. The rotation played, which is good. Obviously, I want to see higher. I want to see buyers come back in on this candle close in the next 30 seconds, 20 seconds, whatever it is. Back above the overnight lows, especially, would be solid. But closing a tight doji, don't love. We probably pulls back a little bit off of that, just from a price action perspective. Not a terribly tight doji. Coming up to retest the prior open. We popped through that. Buyer's still looking pretty good. I'm gonna hold on to it. If we would have immediately slapped that prior open, I think it would be a easy fast kill, but the buyer's kind of trying to step back up into the overnight lows and not immediately slapping that prior open. I think it's okay, at least for short term. Now we need to see a little bit more buyers as we push the prior high. We also need to push the prior high. Just a little commentary. Failing to get there. Rejecting the overnight lows again. And I'm out. We're back inside. I don't even know how much I made there. 200 bucks. 400 bucks. I honestly have no idea. I'm just trying to play the price action here and not look at the P&L. Back inside 86. It's just doesn't look good to me. Let's see, 68.5 to 86. So basically just shy of 20 points. Up 735. P&L high for me was 1680. Movement's pretty good, man. Can't complain about the movement for a full day of trading, right? I think as we start to mellow out a little bit too, hopefully mellow out a little bit. I personally don't like seeing like, I really like when we're having like good, solid, clean 15, 20 point moves. 40 to 50 point solid moves is a little, I just don't like being that open typically. Buyers still look good, by the way. I might have gotten out too early. I don't know. 40, 50 points is a little tough. My brain works really well with like 15, 20, 10, 15, 20. So as the day progresses here into lunch and we start mellowing out and going sideways a little bit, I think we're gonna have some really solid price action. Here we go. That was GG's to the guy who said he loves this short. You're up 20 points, 30 points. Well done. I think I like the value area low buy. Something like that. Top of the range, probably. Yesterday's value low. Something like that looks interesting to me, but I don't know. I don't think I get filled. It's kind of boosting quickly out of it. 15 points up out of that. We'll see. I'm going to leave it up. Trying to come in. Missed the fill by 4 points, 3 points. A little bit of sellers as well. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm in. Off of yesterday's value area low. Top of the range. Would like to see kind of like the 80 overnight lows trade again, but gonna see how this price action plays because we still got a bunch of size to the 20s as well that I want to be careful of. Five points down. Just kind of bouncing around right now. Right into the overnight lows would be sick. Seems definitely feasible. Right into volume as well. But yeah, gonna watch the price action. Because we do have some sellers still kind of in play here. Yeah, this is my Robbins account. Yeah. It's funny how many people ask that when it like doesn't really change anything. Like I'd be trading one contract either way. But yeah, for like the 20th time today. I think actually like 20 times, maybe more. Down 10 points. Still got some sellers kind of coming through. Take this off so I can see clearly. 72% short on the NAS, 67% short on the 73% long on the crude. Blue line algo. Still kind of want to see the overnight lows trade, but again, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Into volume as well. Something like that. Looks very solid to me, but who knows? Buyers look good. Now. We got 3 minutes left on this candle. See what's gonna happen. With the buyers stepping up like this, I don't really want to see them retrade the lows because they're looking decent right now, and so I would want to see some continuation here. We traded everything that I wanted to see get traded down here, so yeah, I want to see us continue to drive here, drive higher. We're just hanging out at yesterday's point of control, which is with this yellow box here. Yesterday's point of control. We got overnight lows and current point of control up at 89.5 or so, 88s, 90s. We came back down. We traded yesterday's value area low, which is where I got long. And we have some buyers trying to step up here a little bit. We got 2 minutes left on this candle. And so, yeah, I want to see us pop this higher at 68, 69. There we go. There's a quick little pop of the high. We got some buyers trying to come through. Needs continuation now. Looking for the continuation because we did pop that high, which is what I was just getting ready to talk about. But I don't love that type of sweep with immediate slap off of it. It's kind of mid. Got a minute and a half left. I'm gonna go ahead and put a break-even stop in here. I don't want to lose any money on this trade, and Delta's kind of getting a little wonky. So we either push here or I get stopped. In which case, I think we really flush it. So yeah, I got stopped out there. Break even. I think I was up what, 200, 300 bucks. I don't actually know. 200 or 300 bucks. I also took 200 or 300 bucks of heat there, or something along those lines.